Hey guys, what is up everybody? Welcome to a new video. And in this video I wanna talk to you about Tracer. From the next year Yamaha will introduce new Tracers. They introduced new MT-09, and new MT-09 in my opinion can give us an idea what we should expect from next generation of Tracers, because typically how it goes is MT-09 is a platform on which Tracer motorcycles are based, right? So if you take MT-07, Tracer 7 is based on that platform, just more suitable for long distance touring. And then if we speak about these Tracers, same principle. You have MT-09. Everything what you can see on MT-09 typically migrates to Tracer 9 with more touring features, because obviously MT-09 is a road focused motorcycle, but it is probably one of their best platforms in today's motorcycle market, with inline triple known as CP3. If any of you ever ridden MT-09 or Tracer 9, yeah, you know what we are talking about. Yamaha introduced MT-09 with automatic manual transmission, which I recently had chance to try. So what happens is more and more manufacturers now moving towards automatic transmissions. We all remember Honda, the company which was first to introduce the dual clutch transmission on a motorcycle. You know, their DCT gearboxes, right? They can be found almost in every Honda motorcycle today. We can see that Honda been there with DCT for now what, like 15 years, I guess, because very first Honda motorcycle was DN-01, if I remember correctly, but then it was VFR1200, the first sport touring motorcycle by Honda, which been heavily promoted as automatic touring machine. And probably that bike was taking a lot of attention, and all the problems which first generation of DCT had, they all appeared on VFR1200. Honda went through multiple stages of evolution of their DCT gearbox, and nowadays it is very well engineered automatic gearbox, which you can find on road focused motorcycles, off-road focused motorcycles. Literally you take almost any motorcycle from Honda lineup, and they will offer you variation with either DCT or E-clutch, which tells me that over that period of time people became familiar with automatic gearboxes. Of course, initially not many people liked that, because you have to have certain practice to be able to operate with the bike with automatic gearbox, because sometimes, now when you have like fully manual gearbox, you sort of control everything. And the problem with DCT is that it has plenty of settings, but it not always shifts when you actually want it to shift. And it's not a problem with road focused motorcycles like NC750 or and DN-1100, because you know, you stay on highway, it shifts for you, and you probably not gonna be uncomfortable because you're just cruising, right? But what happens with Africa Twin is that many people report that on Africa Twin, especially when you're doing off-road, it allows you to focus on the road, on the terrain, and do what you want. But on the other hand, it might shift in situations when you actually don't need to shift. But eventually what Honda did, they of course improved these algorithms, right? Because they now have IMU systems in their Africa Twins. And of course IMU system, especially on Africa Twin, it can now communicate with the gearbox and understanding what you're doing on the motorcycle. It will be able to shift in the right time. Eventually what happens is that almost 60% of the motorcycles from Honda lineup is being sold with dual clutch transmission, and we will see what's gonna happen with e-clutch, because Honda introduced e-clutch just recently. I think it was last year, so for now we don't have that much data, but what is interesting is that Yamaha, so they introduced MT-09 with automatic manual transmission. It's not really automatic in a way how it's designed, but for you, of course, as a rider, it's gonna be automatic because you actually do nothing to shift the gears. I mean, you can, if you use it in fully automatic mode, it will shift gears for you. Of course, you can do manual mode where you have couple of buttons on the left side and you do ups and downs. So what says to me is that eventually, of course, we're gonna have Tracers. Automatic transmission by Yamaha will be a really good use on motorcycle like Tracer, because on this bike, you know, you stay quite a bit of time on highways. Of course some people use them to commute, but if you look at what this bike is designed for, it's designed to manage the miles, right? And when you're on highway, when you're going through the twisties, not really you need clutch lever and shift the gears manually, right? And I think that Y-AMT by Yamaha will be a really good placement on next generation of Tracers. MT-09 automatic is just like 500-600 euros more expensive than manual one. And frankly speaking, I'll be curious to see numbers of sales 1 year from now. Because I feel that once people get used to automatic transmission, that will be just better sales than the regular ones. I know that there will be some people who don't like it. I know that there will be some resistance to that. For me, motorcycling was always pleasure. That actually where I don't really need much of comfort, because I want to be engaged with motorcycle. I want to communicate with motorcycles. That's how I feel. That's when I ride motorcycles. That's what I need. And for everything else, I just have a car, like fully automatic car, comfortable, which does everything for you. Motorcycling for me is sort of like exercise, right? So when you go to gym, you need to lift that weight. Same here, when you go for a ride, you won't be in control of everything, and that's where all the pleasure comes from. Automatic gearbox will definitely take a good portion of the market. Once you're in, you're probably not gonna go back. And that's what I heard from people riding Honda DCT. Those people who used to Honda DCT, next motorcycle they buy, it is also DCT. And there is a reason for that, right? So probably people just like those bikes, and there is like convenience in that. So yeah, I think there is a future. And further we go, more advanced those systems will become. And eventually, like, riding manual motorcycle will be like riding manual car nowadays. It's not efficient. Automatic gearbox is efficient. It can do things faster than human. The only reason why manual gearboxes are existing today is because, first of all, it makes car cheaper, and also some people just want manual transmission, you know. Just because people want, they buy manual transmission. That's how I feel about the future of automatic gearboxes. Let me know, guys, what do you think about it, and maybe you have any experience of riding automatic gearboxes for a long time, or for some substantial amount of time. And if so, just let me know. I'm curious. I'm genuinely curious to hear from you. What do you think about it? And to be honest, I'm looking forward to seeing new Tracers, because this bike was brilliant over the time, and to be honest, it's really hard to dismiss it with anything else. Of course, there is some alternatives on the market, but also depends on what you're looking for and what is your personal preference for the motorcycle. You probably will stick with certain models, and for me, Tracer is one of the most fun but same time comfortable tourers which are available in today's market. If you want it to be fun, it could be fun, but if you want it to be just comfortable, friendly machine, it can be that too as well. So that's what I like about Tracer. Quite excited to see what Yamaha will introduce, or what Yamaha will share with us in upcoming months, because I am pretty much sure that there will be new nice motorcycles. Okay, see you soon. Cheers.